Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the weekly edit. I hope you guys are really enjoying this and this content as much as I am making it. So, I am still looking forward to all the comments that you're going to be dropping wherever on all the platforms. Okay, so today we're talking about what is your relationship with yourself. And I want you to really sit with that because a lot of people, especially parents of autism, they're walking through life not realizing that the way they speak to themselves, how they relate to themselves, how they show up for themselves is shaping everything around them. And of course, your relationship with your child matters, of course, your marriage matters, the way you co-parent, or however that dynamic works, that matters. All your systems that you put in place, that matters. But nothing matters as much as that foundational relationship that you have with yourself. Now, here's a concept I want you to be thinking about today. All relationships are thoughts. Your relationship with your child are your thoughts about them, or your children. Your relationship with your partner are only your thoughts about them. Your relationship with yourself is your thoughts about you. It's not about what you do for yourself, it's about what you say to yourself. And what do you say to yourself when your house is a mess, when you're yelling, when your kiddo just loses their shit in public? Or when you forget an appointment, or you prank your car, when you're exhausted and burnt out, and maybe you're feeling a lot of shame or humiliation. That's a soundtrack that plays in your mind, and most of us aren't even aware of it. Now, I'll tell you a little story. My maiden name was De Brain, and I had this English teacher when I was in high school. And every time he wanted to call me out about something or tease me about something, he would call me De Branchi. And now, decades later, I'm telling you, every time I mess up something or, I disappoint myself, I hear my brain going, De Branchi, what's the matter with you? And it's amazing how those little things play through your mind. So be aware of it. Be aware of it. Okay, so parenting an autistic child, especially the kiddos that are nonverbal, that have like serious sensitive issues and they need high support, it's a full body, full life experience. You're holding a ton of stuff, a gazillion things. You're holding schedules and therapies and behaviors and meltdowns and sleep things and judgmental stares and unanswered questions. And you're still trying to show up with grace and strength and love. Excuse me. And through all of that, we speak to ourselves in the harshest tones. You should have known better. Why did you snap like that? What's the matter with you? You're not patient enough. These are those small daily micro thoughts that we don't catch, but they shape how we feel and how we act and how we show up for ourselves and for our kids. So, I want to do a little exercise with you. So, think about this. What are the top three thoughts you have about yourself? I'm not talking about your resume or your titles or your Instagram bio, your actual thoughts. What are you thinking when you look in the mirror? Or what are your thoughts when you make a mistake? Or when your kiddo is screaming blue murder and you can't calm them down? What are the thoughts that whisper through your head? Are they kind? Are they generous? Are they helpful? And would you ever speak to your child that way? Probably for the most part, not. The way you speak to yourself is a kind of parenting. You are parenting yourself every day. So if your kiddo forgets how to tie their shoelace after practicing for the whole week, would you say to them, why are you so dumb? You're never going to get this. Of course not. You're going to go, honey, it's fine. Don't worry. We're going to try again and I'll help you. What would change if you spoke to yourself the same way? Imagine saying to yourself, honey, you're doing the best you can. It's okay. You're doing the work. You're learning. You're allowed to be a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time. When you make that little shift, it changes everything. Now, I want to go a little bit deeper. You are worthy. And I want to say it again. You are worthy. Even if you lost your temper, you are still 100% worthy. Even if you haven't figured out your kiddo yet, you are worthy. Even if you feel resentful or tired or scared, worthy. Even if you haven't achieved any of your goals, worthy. Even if you've had a past trauma or you battle with guilt or self-judgment, you are worthy. Your worthiness is absolute, 100%. It cannot be revoked, it cannot be diminished, and it can't be negotiated. And even if your inner critic says you're a terrible parent, you're failing, you're too emotional, too messy, too late, you are still worthy. And it's not up for debate. And the more that you learn that truth, the more capacity you create to show up with love and resilience and presence, not just for you, but for your kiddo as well, for the people who need you the most. Okay, now, if you are constantly judging yourself, okay, you'll judge others. If you don't show yourself any grace, it's going to be very hard for you to extend grace to others. And if you are cruel to yourself when you make a mistake, you are going to snap at others when they do. This work begins inside of us. And the beautiful thing is, you can shift it. You can start now. You can start immediately. It's not set in stone. Start noticing those invisible scripts that you have in your head. Start replacing the cruel with compassion. Start setting boundaries, not with other people, but with yourself. And then when those little things come up, you go, those little thoughts, those negative, cruel thoughts, go, nope, not today. I don't talk to myself like that anymore. Think about it. If you yelled, or if someone yelled at your kid, and the way that you yell at yourself sometimes, of course you're gonna stop them, aren't you? Now, so why are you tolerating it from your own brain? Create that boundary. Excuse me. If you catch that thought and it says, you're too lazy, replace it with, I'm tired and it's okay. Tomorrow I will do better. I'll move forward tomorrow. If you catch that thought, you're always messing things up. And you go, no, 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 I'm just learning. I'm growing. I'm human. And this isn't about pretending that everything's fine. And it's not about piling up things that are already hard for you. You don't need to overhaul, I should say, your whole identity in one day. You just need to start with one thought. When your kiddo's screaming and your nervous system is fried, don't make it worse by beating yourself up. Try, I'm allowed to have limits. I'm still a good parent. I can try again tomorrow. When you forget an appointment, it makes me human. When your house is a mess and you haven't even started dinner, just go, you know what? We'll have takeaway today. We'll figure it out tomorrow. One kind thought at a time. Remember that you want your child to grow up knowing that they are good and capable and lovable, even if they are struggling. And the best way to teach them to do that is to model it. Let them see you apologize. Let them see you regroup. Let them see you rest. Let them see you forgive yourself. Let them hear you say, I had a hard day and it's okay. I love myself anyway. This is legacy work. It's not just parenting your kiddo, it's re-parenting yourself. So both can thrive in love. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be in love. All right, so I've got a couple of questions that I want you to reflect on, and you can answer in the Facebook group. Please join the private Facebook group so that we can have discussions. Okay, if you were to describe yourself to a stranger, what would you say? Are those words kind? Are they honest but empowering? And are they the kind of words that you want your child to believe about themselves? Because remember, our kids are watching everything. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you today. So please join me in the private Facebook group and let's discuss. Give me your thoughts. If you want to, you can also sign up for a one-on-one free chat and we'll discuss. Till next week. Bye.